What's up, everybody? Jay Gons, Life of Steve McBrower. What's up? How's everybody doing? Hopefully good. Welcome to the show. This is bad advice and fucky facts. It's a loosely thrown together endeavor of mind. So if you've never seen the show, it's me giving you facts. We've deified my cat, Betty Jean Green. Who's right here? The Angel Empress Queen. Look at her. When I present Betty Jean Green to you like that, I do encourage you to make a fucking wish. I really do. And I hope it comes true. But if she wiggles around and shows you her asshole, don't make a wish on that. That wish could come true in the Wishmaster way. That's what I always say. Right out of the gate, big thanks to Life of Steve and Jay Gons for moderating this thing. To make sure that this is a smooth show and it's fucking goes off without a hitch, we like to say a little prayer to Robert Stack, the host of Unsolved Mysteries, like most shows do. One of the greatest television hosts of all fucking time. So we're going to do that right now to make sure that this show is at least tolerable. That's at least always what I want in a show. So here we go. Can you hear me, Robert Stack? Listen, Robert Stack, dude, your show Unsolved Mysteries was the shit. You would walk out of fog, and then you'd use your scary fucking voice, and then you would just skull fuck everybody with those Unsolved Mysteries. That shit was incredible, good sir. Your work in Airplane was great, and also Beavis and Butthead to America. You can ask every one of these sick fucks that watch this shit if I tell them about your work all the time. I do. I fucking do. All right, man? So please just help. God, just help this show. Help it just be all right, you know? Thanks, Robert Stack. I took a fucking nap today, so that was fucking weird. My whole day's all fucked up now. I took an afternoon nap. That shit, that's like, it's like dabbling in heroin or some shit. Afternoon naps to me, I think after like 35, naps just become heroin, and you could ruin your life with naps. I'm fucking telling you. I've been trying to live and think more positively. You know, that shit's rough. It's rough to do, but I've been trying to do it. So I came up with a segment called Andy Green's List of Accomplishments for the Week, and this week they are not many. But I did get back to the gym. I had teeth ripped out of me a couple weeks back, and that kind of derailed me from the old fucking trying to just be hot, you know? That's all I'm trying to do. I just want to be sexy as fuck. And you know what's hard is that. So that's one accomplishment. I cleaned up my fucking living room again. That's the thing. Is like I'm thinking about, you know how like roller coasters have those nets to catch wallets, hats, and watches and shit? I think I need one of those like around. I should wear it around like right here, like right here. If I wear like a net around this area right here, it'll catch all the food debris and all the things that I fucking drop. And it might be a viable way for me to not be so fucking messy, because I don't know how the fuck I do it sometimes. I just sit here and then I do that for like 3 days, and then it literally looks like fucking Woodstock took place here. It's fucked up. So anyway, that's one of my accomplishments. I did that shit. But that's what's going good. You got to do that. Yeah, I'm going to go to that Tool show. I just got my fucking tickets. I'm actually looking forward to that. It should be pretty cool. Haven't seen those guys in a while. I've been to a lot of Tool shows, and they're pretty cool. So that's just something. I'm going to get out there in the world, see. You get out of the apartment for a minute. That's what they say. That's healthy. If you're new to the show and you see all the sick fucks going off in the chat right there, you can become one of us, a sick fuck. All you got to do is type the word coitus right into the chat, and we will knight you. And you will ride in this battle for Betty Jean Green. Nope, Betty's... Hey. Come here. She really wants to derail this show. She is here. Empress is here. Look at her. Betty Jean Green. Now, how are you going to get down now? Huh? That way? All right. Now, a positive thing for me in my life was this chair that I'm sitting on here. That shit's been pretty good on my back. It's been helping me with my my back. I was doing the shit from the couch over there, and I tell you what, that shit was rough. So, got this chair. It made me a little bit happy. So, Bitty Jean Green, she saw that. She felt my happiness, and she said, "That is fucked up that you're happy, dude. That chair, is that what's doing it? Is that what made you so happy? Did that put a smile on your fat fucking face?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, Bitty Jean Green. I put a chair together." And she said, "You did, didn't you?" She said, "Well, you know what? Fuck your chair, dude. Fuck it so hard." Because she's been climbing on it and scratching it ever since. She doesn't give a fuck. And she's sending me a message. But I don't know what kind of show you thought this was going to be. This is the kind of show it is. In the late 1950s, a psychiatrist had 3 paranoid schizophrenic patients who each believed they were Jesus Christ. He put them in a room together to see if their beliefs would change after confronting each other. That's going to be my new thing that I'm going to start fucking researching in life is old-time psychiatrists. Because, I mean, obviously there's the scary horror movie fucking shit, you know, like the old asylums and shit like that. But then there's just some real wacky shit like that. Like, let's have these 3 freaks just talk to each other. See which one ends up being the most Jesus-y. Because they had some yucks, you know. They had some yucks with it. Because they were fucking back in the day, they didn't have Netflix. They didn't have the ability to watch these things. So the only way they could entertain themselves was by fucking with crazy people. Look it up. That's bad advice and fucky facts. Hey, don't forget to follow everybody else on Twitch from Dave and Chuck the Freak. Twitch.tv/who the F is JC. Twitch.tv/actually Chuck the Freak. And Twitch.tv/JAY the JOO. Big thanks also to Instagram.com/KPS_artwork for my background that you see here. I've been playing that fucking Elden Ring a lot. I'm really far in the game, and they say that that's hard to do, which I never know with video games. I'm like, oh, man, I don't know if I want to be good at them. Because if I'm good at them, that means that my life, I'm not as good at that, is what I always kind of like thought. But I just say it's for fun now, and then I don't get as depressed. So that's been pretty cool. Hey, the Jetsons cartoon from Hanna-Barbera lasted only 1 season from 1962 to 1963 and 24 episodes broadcasted in prime time on Sunday. It was only after it was shown in reruns in Saturday mornings that it became a hit, and new episodes were made in 1985 to 1987. So that's crazy. That was just 1 season of that shit. And they changed the fucking world with their flying cars and a robot maid. But we all know that robot maids will take a dark twist someday. And they're going to, one night you're going to be sleeping, and then your robot maid's going to fold you up and put you in the dryer. And there's not a fucking thing you can do about it. But that's okay, because the latest thing I've been trying to tell everybody, my message that I want to get out there, is don't worry about robots. Don't worry about artificial intelligence. It doesn't matter. It does not matter, because at the end of the day, it might take 100 years. Plants will win the fucking day. They got vines. They have roots. Shit is unstoppable. Plants. So, you know, you can try eating salads. You try getting an extra salad. Go to fucking dinner. Say, hey, I'd like 2 salads. They'll look at you like a freak. But just say that you're trying to do your part against our leafy overlords of the future. And then they won't know what the fuck that means. And then you eat those 2 salads. And then you see if that even fucking does anything. Because it's not gonna. Because there's always gonna be at least one fucking radish left. One fucking mean little fucking radish. Just being shitty about things. Saying, oh, I'm a fucking grew underneath the dirt. You're like, fuck you, radish. You got an attitude. I've always thought that about radishes. Radishes have a fucking attitude. F-35 pilots must keep their hair in the same shape as a new haircut may cause their custom-made helmets to not fit correctly. Which is, well, I don't change my hair because of, and this is sad to admit, I don't change my hair because my cartoon character has the same hair. And I don't want to bother people for a new cartoon character. So I keep this hair no matter how stupid it is. And I always will. This hair is very stupid, I know. I know, it's like, what do you think you are, dude? Like some kind of medieval fucking warlord or something that's like done battling and then let himself go? No, I know that's kind of what it looks like, but it's not what's happening. In 1997, a small Texas community tried to replace hello with heaven-o, citing religious reasons. And nothing would piss me off more than somebody saying that shit to me. I don't know what the fuck I'd do if somebody said heaven-o to me. I'd be like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Are you serious? Get out of here. You better get out of here quick. And then I'd kick dirt at him and I'd go, ha! Ha! Yeah, we were just talking about how shitty radishes are. They're shitty. They're very shitty. And I know there's going to be one left at the end of the day, no matter how many salads we eat, and that's going to be the king of the world, the radish. He's going to be like, this is my radishy world. But you know who he's related to is goddamn onions. And the reason onions make you cry is because it's a goddamn defense mechanism that they've evolved against predatory animals which would otherwise eat them. And I just love that shit. The onions are like, ha 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 ha! You tried to eat me and now you cry! Look! Ha ha ha! Yes! So, I'm sorry that I dove into the psyche of an onion. That's pretty fucked up. If you're new to this show and you want to join the ranks of the sick fucks and ride into Fucky battle for the honor of one Biddy Jean Green, the kitten, then you can do so. All you got to do is type the word COITUS right into the chat, and we'll night you up. Big thanks to all you guys that have subscribed and supported this show. I appreciate it. Like I said, I took a afternoon nap today. I almost ruined my whole fucking life. Berserk Llama Syndrome is some shit. A dangerous behavior resulting from being coddled. So next time you see somebody being extra nice to a llama, be like, don't do that. It'll get Berserk Llama Syndrome. Did you know that? And then they'll be like, fuck, what? And be like, yeah, Berserk Llama Syndrome. Don't coddle that llama. And then drive off. Maybe give 2 honks. Wave at him. We've had a lot of hype in this show, as you can tell. This is a hyped up fucking show. This show's got so much hype. So whenever we see hype and we develop hype here, it leaves by way of train and it goes to the hype refineries. So I keep a very vigilant eye on the hype lines here. So if I have to break into this show, startlingly, it's going to be jarring for you. And tell you what's going on with the fucking hype. Just know that it's okay, and it's just a lot of excitement. All right. Oh, from time to time, I'll tell you too. If you're new to the show, we will get excited about shit, and the only way we can fucking even remotely get excited about anything is by building walls of puss to the very heavens of Robert Stack. So you'll hear me call from those from time to time too. So that's how we just get super stoked here. The first central heating system was developed for the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus around 550 BC by the ancient Greeks. It consisted of a wood-fired furnace and pipes that circulated the hot air underneath the stone floors. How dangerous was that fucking thing? You gotta be like, dude, ancient Greeks, no, stop that. It's gonna explode, but they didn't know yet about how not to just wear bed sheets around. If they even wore clothes at all, I think they just wore leaves and things. But they also wore those bed sheets and the togas. And I just feel like that's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to live your life like that. I'm sure. And I don't know if those guys wash those things. How regularly they wash those fucking things. They had to be all stained up. Full of body lice shit. You can also caramelize onions. You can. That's very true. You can also do it with shallots and various vegetables. I bet you could caramelize a radish if you really fucking tried, but nobody wants to do that. Radish knows it. In 1830, there was an attempt to steal George Washington's skull from his tomb at Mount Vernon. It failed and prompted the construction of a new, more secure burial vault, which his remains reside in today. And the people that were like, what the fuck do you want to do with that? Oh my God, they tried to steal George Washington's skull. What fucked up thing? You just gonna put that shit in your living room? Be like, ha, look at this. That's George Washington's skull. I was reading about George Washington that he was like, they were one of the dudes, he got bled a bunch. The doctors kept trying to fix him by bleeding him. And they were like, you feeling better? And he's like, nah, not really. He's like, but maybe you should just keep bleeding me some more. And they were like, we think we should keep bleeding you too. And then they bled him and bled him and bled him until there was no blood. That really didn't help out his situation. Which, next time you see somebody saying something nice about people from hundreds of years ago, just remember how stupid those fucking people were, really. Don't let them get too high on their horse there. Don't let them, you know. Keep it reasonable with people that want to just talk up these people from hundreds of years ago. It's getting ridiculous. A 22-year-old missing persons case was solved in 2017 when someone spotted the missing man's car in a pond just a few yards from a neighboring house in Google Maps. Google Maps is some fucked up shit. That shit sees corners of the world that nobody else sees. Google knows everything. It knows everything. What is going to be enough, Google? What do you want to see? What are you trying to do, Google? God damn it. That's too much information. Driving around, seeing everything. But it does help solve crime, so I guess that's cool. But other than that, what the fuck? I don't know. I do appreciate the fast ability to search the internet, though. So that's pretty cool. And I hear that they have a wonderful work environment. To save the Hawaiian culture and people from disappearing, Kalakaua, the last king of the Hawaiian kingdom, went on a world tour in 1881 and traveled to Asia, the Middle East, Europe, and the United States, and he became the first reigning monarch to circumnavigate the globe. That was an adventure, I bet, he said. He got back home and was like, they were like, what's up, dude? How was it? And he was like, that was an adventure. He saw some shit, man. I haven't seen anything. I saw Utah. Been to Las Vegas a bunch of times, but I never went on a world tour. So that guy's got me beat there too. This is bad advice and fucky facts. It's a show. I really appreciate you watching it, by the way. Big thanks to Life of Stephen J. Gons for moderating this, keeping it a nice, clean, green bean stream. Again, if you're new to the show, you can type the word coitus, C-O-I-T-U-S, right into the chat, and we'll night you up so fucking good. All I'm saying is that if you get knighted, your fucking life will change. It'll change. I don't know if it's for the better. But also you can ask me for advice too, but I don't offer good advice ever. I only offer bad advice. And it could. Brandon Blue, rise a knight in the sick fuck army. Tell him to rise, my sweet sick fuck. See? Now his life was going one way, and then he just got knighted, and now he's going the fucking good way now, you hope. You hope. Big Green, that's the one thing she does. She wants to be proud of you, you know? President Harding literally saved the U.S. Constitution, which was deteriorating improperly stored at the State Department. He had it preserved in a glass case. So what, they just were like, fucking letting it, they're like, oh, dude, who put the Constitution in the fucking fridge? Oh, dude, somebody left the Constitution in the peanut butter. Fucking get it together. I'm glad he put it in the case. It's an important document. I hate when I lose important documents. Every year, my shit that I got to renew my license plate with, or my driver's license, or whichever the fuck one they want me to give them money for, to be able to move around from point A to point B. I lose that shit sometimes, and then I have to go down there, and I have to get one of those numbers, and I have to wait in line, and then go up there and get yelled at by those ladies. And I'd just rather do it electronically. So that's one way that documentation loss has fucked my life up. But this year I think it's going to be different, because I made sure when that shit came in the mail that I put it right by where I put my car keys. And those are the steps that I'm taking to be different, to be better, to move in a better direction with my fucking life. And I hope to fuck that I don't lose it between now and whenever the fuck the absolute deadline is of it, because that's when I'll do it. Don't make a last day to send you documents if you don't want me to send it on that exact last minute. Okay? Document, folks. Jesus. You put your car keys up your ass. Jeez. Don't do that. Those will scratch your anus. Your anus. This is bad advice from Fucky Facts. Thank you so much for watching it. Holy shit, I just went the fuck off there for a minute about documents. But I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of all these fucking documents. You always get, everybody says, oh, sign this document. Send me this document. You can fax it. If you can fucking never find one of those things, fax it. Fuck you. That's what you should say when somebody says fax it to me. You should say, I'll fucks it to you. That's what I'm going to start doing. See, you're waiting on a tax document. Documents. The shit needs to stop. How many times can I tell you my address? What? Why? Why do you always need it? I'm done with it. I'm done with documents. All the fucking time. Why do you need me to print and sign it every time? Just one or the other. You don't believe that that's me? Documents need to be more trusting. I've always said that. Diogo Alves was a Portuguese serial killer whose perfectly preserved head has been on display in a jar at the University of Lisbon for nearly 200 years. Those people were like, we cut off his head and we put it in a jar and look at him. He's a sick of fuck. And they just kept his head there, so that's pretty fucking crazy. This is Bad Advice and Fucky Facts. It's a show that I do. Big thanks to you for watching, and big thanks to everybody that's subscribed and supported this shit. We've been doing this show 35 years strong now. It's our 35th year. Bad Advice and Fucky Facts. And no signs of slowing it down. Obviously, the level of success that this show has achieved, you can't stop some shit like that. So, we got to keep going. Got to keep doing it for another 335 years. That's my goal. I just want there to be 335 years of Thursday streams of Bad Advice and Fucky Facts. And then I shall rest. Then I'll be able to, like, somebody will be there. Maybe just Jay Gons. Jay Gons will come walking up with a walking stick. And I'll be like, well, Jay Gons, it's been 335 years of Bad Advice and Fucky Facts. Well, I feel life slipping away now, and I think my legacy's intact. So, thank you, Jay Gons. Thank you. And then, like, the Force Ghost of Life with Steve will be there just, like, being like, hell yeah, dude. Moderating the whole conversation. So that's, that's one possibility for the future in the Andy multiverse. And we just need 335 years of this shit. So I think I'm ready. Are you? In the early days of crossword puzzles, the game became an object of cultural hysteria. Newspapers and magazines from the 1920s and 30s warned of a crossword craze gripping the country's mind. The trend was described as an epidemic, a viral plague, and a national menace. People fucking couldn't even see. That's what fucking cracks me up. We talk about it all the time. There used to be no spices. There was no spices. People were like, you want some more bland boiled meats? And they're like, I fucking guess. I'm 35 years old and I'm almost dead. It's not good times. And then somebody was like, here's some spices, pepper, check that out. And people went fucking nuts. They went to war over spices. So then you go to the early 1900s and people are like so fucking bored. You give them crossword puzzles and then they fucking go absolutely batshit fucking crazy. That's how dumb those people were. They're dancing around. They're speakeasies and shit. And you give them a crossword puzzle and they fucking jump out a window. I don't understand them. I'm tired of it. In the 1980s, the last 29 Guam kingfishers were captured in an effort to save the species from total extinction caused by a non-native brown tree snakes. Through the dedicated effort of zoos, there are now 140 around the world with the aim of reintroducing them back into the wild one day. And I hope that they call it a reunion tour when they do. When the kingfishers are ready to be introduced. What's up, Mistress of Locks? When the kingfishers are reintroduced back into society, I hope that they call it their reunion tour. And I hope that you can buy tickets and meet and greets with them. They deserve that. They had to fucking... the snakes almost fucking killed them all, dude. That's horrifying shit. So, of course, they got to party a little bit. This is going to be their time. It's going to be the time of the kingfisher bird. Oh, shit. This should fucking scare the shit out of you about our Angel Empress Queen, Betty Jean Green. I'm not fucking around here. A grown cat can jump between 5 to 8 times its height. That would be the equivalent of Betty Jean Green jumping from up to a 3rd or 4th floor of a building. So, holy shit. Betty Jean Green, you can't ever be the size of a lion. You'd be even more ferocious and powerful. You'd definitely kill me then, and this chair would not stand a goddamn chance. This is bad advice and fuck you facts. If you build a wall of pussy for me right now using your Betty Jean Green emotes or an equivalent pussy brick of some kind, you can even type the word pussy. I'll read the next fact for you in the voice of Christopher Walken, a celebrity, a star of the silver screen. Do it. Life of Steve's in on that shit. He put the ground level pussy bricks. All praise Betty Jean Green. I'm going to add some too. Yeah, Hunweek's doing it. Look at that shit. Jay Gons. McBrower just saying pussy, which again, always I'm like, I don't know if I should tell people just to say that, but you've done it. Whitney Whitney's here. Oh my God, Whitney Whitney, hello. Yes, you're doing it. This is turning into a very glorious wall of pussy, and I'm telling you right now, I'm so fucking proud of you that not only are you gonna get a goddamn fact read in the voice of Christopher Walken, you're getting a bonus Betty Jean Green appearance. That's the kind of generous mood I'm in today. You're going to get a Betty Jean Green bonus wish. Less than half of the population can actually smell asparagus pea. So that was your fact read in the voice of Christopher Walken. So that's only half of the treat. This is your other reward. Betty Jean Green. Angel Empress Queen. Look at her, my sweet sick fox. Make your wishes. Yeah, so that was something that we did just then, which was very cool. I thought it was very cool. This is bad advice and fucky facts. Thank you so much for watching the show. Oh my God. It's a miracle that you found it. The Mummy from 1999 helped Universal Studios gross over $1 billion in home video sales. And it wasn't that great a movie, but that shit electrified people with VHS players. People with VCRs. That shit fucking electrified the home video industry, the Mummy movie. I remember that time. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing about the Mummy this, the Mummy that. And I was like, oh, I hope these mummy times subside somehow, some way. I remember thinking that. I remember not knowing, and maybe you're with me on this. I remember not knowing. There was a time when I didn't know where I wanted Brendan Fraser's career to go. I didn't know. I didn't know if after Encino Man, I didn't know where that shit should roll. Bedazzled, So I'm glad he turned it around. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, I'm really glad. Because if Brendan Fraser can turn it around, then everybody can. Everybody can fucking do it. So just think about that. Next time you're fucking thinking, oh, I'm a fucking piece of shit. I can't do anything right. Be like, dude, Brendan Fraser turned it around. He hit he had some dark times after Encino Man. That's the one way you can believe. But something that you need to just cool your jets with believing, and I know there's some of you out there that do believe in this. You think you're going to be Crocodile Dundee. You're not going to. You can watch that movie on a Sunday. You'll see it on TV all the goddamn time. That and two. Crocodile Dundee 1 and Crocodile Dundee 2. You're not going to live that life. You got to give that shit up. And instead diet and exercise or just replace it with something positive. A lot of people suffer from thinking they can live like Crocodile Dundee, wearing the vest, getting the hat with the teeth, carrying around a knife, approaching, New York City hooligans and saying that's not a knife, that's a knife. It seems like a dream life. But you can't just go out there and do that, because you know what those guys do? They karate kick your knife out of your fucking hand, and then they stab you in like 3 of your vital organs really quickly, and then you perish on the streets. All because you thought you could live like Crocodile Dundee. Well, I just hope that this message hits the right people at the right fucking time. Somebody needed to hear that tonight. George Orwell fought as a volunteer in the Spanish Civil War and wrote a book about it, Homage to Catalonia. People who write and then also went to war, that shit's crazy. I can't even... I don't have any groceries in my house. I can't even do that. I am going to go to the goddamn gym tonight. I didn't do it earlier today, and then I feel like I look down and I'm like, yeah, my thighs are still fucking fat, and I'm still disgusting and alone. So the only way to not have that be my life is to go to that fucking place again and get on that fucking elliptical. Fuck, I hate it. Oh my God. I don't think that they should ever let me do like a fitness show, because I don't know that I would be able to remain positive during those times. If you try to get me positive while I'm in mid elliptical, it's not going to fucking happen. I wanted to tell you guys too, some of you know, some of you don't. Sad news within the bad advice and Fucky Facts family. The effeminate southern man with a lisp did die a while back. He slipped on butter and he cracked his fucking head open, and then brain matter went everywhere and he died and bled out. And then it was just a fucking real bad scene. So he's dead. So we don't have an ASMR segment. And I know that these Fucky Facts, they fucking put new wrinkles in your brain and that shit hurts so goddamn bad. I know it. But we'll try to contact him. I've been reading a lot of these ancient books with the dark arts in it. And so I'm becoming a master of the art of a butter seance. So maybe a little later we'll do that, and we'll try to talk to him from the Egyptian afterlife. American has an uninhabited zone called Howland and Baker Island, halfway between Australia and Hawaii. It observes its own time zone called Anywhere on Earth. A day has passed everywhere on Earth according to this time. Amelia Earhart was trying to reach here in 1937 before she disappeared. So that's some crazy shit that's going down out there. And I know that there's a lot of crazy shit. If you're new to this show and you want to have an automatic family, then type coitus into the chat and we'll night you up. One of the main rules here is everybody love everybody. Fuck! The 1986-1987 conflict between Chad and Libya is known as the Toyota War due to sheer number of Toyotas used by Chad in the conflict. It is the only car brand with a war named after it. So, that's crazy. That's a crazy fact, and that's a quality fact, and that's the kind of facts that you get here at Bad Advice and Fucky Facts. ELE, as the people are saying. Everybody love everybody. ... Fuck! The Doppler on wheels network is some shit where mobile Doppler radar trucks are used to collect data in snowstorms, hurricanes, and close to tornadoes and other severe weather events. So they're fucking way better than, Bill Paxton ever could be. Even with the help of Helen Hunt. I mean, I believe in Helen Hunt. I do. If Helen Hunt showed up at my door right now and was like, "Hey, do you want to go chase tornadoes and maybe die in a F5?" Yeah, I'd say let's do it. I don't know shit about surviving tornadoes, but Helen Hunt, me and you, we're doing this, and I think that I can make this movie better than Bill Paxton. R.I.P. Some of his stuff is okay. I'm just kidding. He's the poor man that's gone. The only time a chess game has ended in a result of 0-0 instead of 1-0 or 0-1 or half to half was when Tony Miles and Stuart Rubin both agreed to draw out without playing any moves to secure them both a high place. The arbiter decided to award 0 points to each player instead of a draw, and I wonder if the announcers went fucking ballistic when that shit happened. Chess announcers? He was in Terminator, you're right. I rescind my comments about Bill Paxton's works. He's in a bunch of shit. He always just like shows up every once in a while. You're just like, God damn, Bill Paxton, where did you come from, dude? You got to tell people, you wish you would have known. Here's a fucky fact. The 1996, I don't fucking like Michael Bay. I don't like Michael Bay movies. But there's one Michael Bay movie that I think is all right, and that's this one right here. A 1996 action movie called The Rock, starring Nicolas Cage and Sean Connery, is the only Michael Bay directed film to be certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes with a 66% fresh rating. And I can actually, that movie seems like it's just got all the makings for a real piece of shit, but it was all right. It's actually, Ed Harris, all that. I mean, they were going to take that island, It's a crazy movie. Here's a fucky fact. THC can be detected and quantified in semen of men who are chronic users of inhaled cannabis. But don't, if you're in a jam, don't go smoking your stuff. I don't think you should do that. That'd be real disgusting. In 2000, this is some hardcore shit right here. Listen to this fucking shit. In 2000, a woman sliced her abdomen 17 centimeters and uterus and delivered her child because of a lack of medical assistance. She and the child are okay. Whoa. Holy fuck. Kid's like, my mom is fucking hardcore. That's some crazy shit. I don't know I don't even know how you console somebody when you're like, oh God. I'm not the guy I'd faint. If I walked in on any birth, I'd faint or I'd throw up. I mean, it just seems like there's all that fucking, that weird gel that you always see. I mean, that process seems as far from a miracle as you can get, as far as what I know. But I just got Billie Jean Green. That's all. That's my life. Oh my God, that's so sad. The Tasmanian Devil only appeared in 5 out of the original 1002 Looney Tunes Merry Melodies cartoon shorts. So next time you see somebody, you'd be like, why are you even a fan of that guy? He's barely in the shit. And they'll say, huh? And you'll be like, yeah, nice Tasmanian Devil shirt. Top-billed Fast and Furious franchise actors tried to enact contract demands that limit the number of hits their characters took and refused to definitely lose a fight. Vin Diesel went so far as to devise a tallying system for kicks, punches, and headbutts. So I knew shit like that was going on in old Hollywood. And here's our final fucky fact of the show, and it's an important one. The demigod Maui was crushed to death by the obsidian teeth in the goddess Hain Nui Tepo's vagina. So remember that. Hey, you're sitting there. I know you're going, fuck. My head hurts so goddamn bad. These facts there were so goddamn many of them, and I need an ASMR segment to calm me down. Well, I can't do that. There's nothing that works. There's no good ASMR that I can do for you. So the only thing we can do to try to make you feel a little bit better and take away some of that pain. Whitty Whitney's ready to see him. Her buttery prince. We're going to do the ancient practice of a butter seance. Everyone get your butters out. I'll do it too, to try to contact the effeminate southern man with a lisp from beyond the grave in the Egyptian afterlife. Here we go. My God, here it is. Hello, my sweet sick fucks. That's a beautiful amount of butter that you have displayed there during this ancient and dark practice of a butter seance. It's me, the effeminate southern man with a lisp from beyond the grave in the Egyptian afterlife. And you're saying everybody always wants to know what it's like. Well, I'll tell you what, it's scary as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's pretty goddamn scary. First you get here, you walk through this shit, and you're like, wow, it's kind of like that Vegas casino that's all Egyptian. It's got the pyramids and all that, and you're like, this might actually be pretty cool. And then you walk out, and there's a boat, and you're like, oh, fuck, a boat. And then Anubis is up there, and you're like, oh, it's Anubis, the guy who's dead with the head of a jackal. And he's like, hell yeah, get on the boat. And you're like, do I have to? I don't really know. I'm kind of nervous about the whole experience. He's like, you don't have a fucking choice. And then he zaps you with some ancient Egyptian powers, and then you're transported right on the fucking boat against your will. And then he takes you around, and he's just kind of scaring the shit out of you around every corner. He'll sometimes be like, hey, I'll be right back. And then you're like, man, it's been like 45 minutes or so. I wonder where he went. And then he's like, ha ha, bah! And he jumps up right behind you. And you're like, Anubis, you son of a bitch. And he's like, whoa. And he'll tip the boat. And he'll be like, oh, don't tip me out of the boat, Anubis, please. That's the sea of the dead. And he's like, you thirsty, man? And I'm like, yeah. I could use something to wet my whistle. And then he's like, okay, let's get you a beer. You're like, oh, thanks. You finally gonna be cool about something. And he's like, bam, hits you in the face with just part of a human skull. Just hit you right in the face with it. And he dug out of that fucking sea of the dead. Anyway, he's looking at me right now, looking real fucking pissed off. So I gotta go. Thanks for doing a butter seance with me. Remember, don't ever not respect the dangers of butter on tile. Oh! He's so mean to him. It breaks my buttery heart. Did anything happen just then? Was the butter seance successful? I sure fucking hope so. I definitely fucking hope so. Listen, thank you guys so much for watching this show. Oh my God, we do it every single Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And I need you to watch it. I need you to keep watching it. I need you to promise me that you'll never miss any of these. Always watch it. And I need you to awkwardly tell your friends during social gatherings, during birthday parties, during Christmas dinners. I need you to stop everybody, your whole family, extended family you haven't talked to in years. I need you to tell them. I need you to tell them to watch this every Wednesday at 7 p.m. That's all I'm asking of you. I just want you to contact a bunch of people that you know and maybe even make some cold calls for me. Maybe call people you don't know, see if they heard of the show, if they like it. That's all I'm asking, which is a lot. It's a lot I ask. Hey, have a good night. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Have a great rest of your week. We'll do it again every single Wednesday. Thanks again. Bye.